Hey, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Sorry about that, you guys. I was on the phone with my brother, aka El Teddy, honey. We was on the phone talking, and I was like, ooh, I scheduled my live. I gotta go. But anyway, with that being said, hi, everybody. How you guys doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning again. Baby, listen, reality TV got some stuff going on. I'm coming on the camera in a second. I'm still eating my donut. Y'all know I don't like to eat on camera. That's all they need is to get the fat girl eating the donut, child. Bishop Whitehead gonna give me with a donut in my mouth. All right, you guys. I said that I was not going to do the Real Housewives of Potomac because we're doing the panel tonight. But that episode last night, I just had some things I need to say. Okay. Hey, cross country cruiser, how you feeling, my love? How are you feeling? You know I'm late because of you, sir. It's El Teddy's fault. Oh, that's cool, CC Free. Now, first of all, do not forget tonight, okay? Whether you like it or not, panel, honey, we will be here with special guest El Teddy. We got some stuff to talk about. I know I'm gonna have to light the candle because I know T is gonna come for me and the Grand Dame. I know I'm gonna have to light the candle, okay? I know it. All right, let's go. So where do y'all want to start? Y'all want to just do the review of the episode first and then get into these announcements? Y'all want to get into the church announcements after we review the episode? Because, baby, we got some church announcements today. Whew. I guess that's the order that we'll go in. I guess that is the order that we'll go in. I'm sorry, y'all. I wasn't prepared. I'm so unprepared this morning. Child, they got me out my bed, honey. With the shenanigans and the fool la la, honey. They got me out my bed. Look, I ain't got no lip on. All right, y'all, let's go. So let's do the review first, and then we'll get into the church announcements. So we had the fight last week, right? The fight was off camera, and they brought the cameras back up. Okay, y'all want the announcements first? Okay, all right, all right. Y'all saying y'all want the announcements first? Okay, well let's go. The first announcement is that Candiace Dillard Bassett has left the building. She said that she is leaving the Real Housewives of Potomac. It has been unofficially confirmed. It has been unofficially confirmed through People Magazine. And y'all know if it's coming through People, we can kind of, you know, we can kind of confirm it, right? Then we get the news via the Jasmine brand that Robin Dixon is leaving, which I didn't see that on my bingo card because I said, now I've been saying all season that somebody got to go. Either Candiace, Robin, or Giselle. One of them have to leave. But hey, Lolisa, hey, what's up, boo? But once Candiace said she was leaving, I thought that was going to be a clear skies for Robin and Giselle. I wonder if Robin is voluntarily leaving. I'm pretty certain Candiace is voluntarily leaving. I'm pretty certain that Candiace is voluntarily leaving. But I'm not too sure about the Robin situation. So that is coming via the Jasmine brand. Now y'all know that Bravo usually doesn't speak on personnel issues, especially before the reunion plays out. So I'm actually surprised that both of these stories broke before the reunion. But it is what it is. So allegedly, that's what's going on. Okay, we got this, we got that. Okay, boom. Now, the third church announcement, we know that last week, Karen Huga, the Grand Dame, was involved in a car accident, which we later found was a DUI. And the more information that comes out, the worse it seems for Karen. Number one, It said that she that she refused to take a breathalyzer. Allegedly, she refused to even take the breathalyzer. An officer on the scene said that she smelled of alcohol and they found multiple wine bottles in her car. Now, let's be clear. There's nothing illegal about having wine bottles in your car. I hope they were sealed. I hope they weren't open wine bottles, and I hope they were not near her. Whenever I put alcohol in my car, I put it in my trunk. I'm so glad to hear that too, Cross. I didn't see your message. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that too, Cross Country Cruiser. Definitely we were keeping you in prayer, my love. So, like when I have alcohol, especially if it's open, you know how you going somewhere and you pick up a bottle off your bar, you're just going over your friend's house to have some drinks or whatever. I put it in my trunk. So it's no question. There's absolutely no question about how close I am to the bottle. You know what I'm saying? God forbid I get pulled over. All right. So I don't know where the bottles were. I don't know what state the bottles were in, whether they were open or whether they were closed. I don't know. But they said they found multiple bottles of wine in her car. There's a question of something being suspended. Now I've read two things. I've read it was her license, but I've read it was her tags. So I don't know if Kern was riding around on some bad tags, or if Kern was riding around without a valid driver's license. Either way, that's not a good look. All of these things are problems. Now, here's my question. Somebody had the nerve to say in my comments, I really think, because my thoughts are going left and right. Let me stay in the middle. I don't understand how Karen didn't get arrested. I do not understand how Karen did not get arrested. I thought that if you refuse a breathalyzer, I thought that was automatic. That if you refuse a breathalyzer, boom. I don't know how she got a chance, how she was able to not be arrested other than her being Karen Huger. And somebody put in my comments, baby, why somebody had a nerve to write in my comments when I did my quick drop and I said, that privilege. What privilege? She's not nobody. She's not a celebrity. What are you talking about? I'm like, I'm sorry. Do you not understand how Bravo works? Like being a Bravo celebrity, I ain't saying it's A-list, but Bravo celebrities are getting to be, they're somewhere C-B list, depending on who the Bravo celebrity is. They are C-B list. We saw them at the Oscars. You know what I'm saying? They get invited to A-list events. Okay. What you mean not for the Grand Dame? I would say Karen is a C-list. Mm-hmm. They've been front row of fashion shows and stuff like that. Right, the Grammys. Y'all not gonna do these Bravo celebrities. Now, I will say there are tiers, right? Every Bravo celebrity ain't on the same tier. But we also have to put it in context, too, that Karen was in Montgomery County, which is where she lives, which is where she's lived for the last, 40 years. Very active in the community. Everybody knows her there. When I say everybody, you know what I mean. I am pretty certain that Karen got a little juice. Karen got a little juice. You understand what I'm saying? I tell you what, you tell me, El Teddy, don't make me time you out. I can time you out. Don't make me time you out. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that if El Teddy gets pulled over on a suspicion of a DUI and he refuses to take the breathalyzer and he didn't crash his car to the point where it's total and it got to be towed away. He was driving on a suspended something with liquor bottles in the car and smelled like liquor. You tell me if El Teddy walks away and gets to go home. Y'all tell me. Thank you, Nitwit. It's privilege, and that's all I was saying. See, I love it when y'all get me. When some of y'all get me. All right. Now, the last church announcement, which really don't have nothing to do with the Real Housewives of Potomac, but baby, I gotta bring it to y'all. Let y'all play. Let me share something with y'all. Now, this don't have nothing to do with Potomac, but baby, I was so excited. I gotta share with y'all.
The most important thing in a relationship is communication. Escape, are you ready to communicate? And what about you? SWV? No? Nothing? Okay, I think we've made some good progress here.
Have we?
I think we can all agree we're ready for the next step.
Uh-oh. What's the next step?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
What did I tell y'all? Now, that was on SWV's official Instagram. What did I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all that Lily coming down here talking about who told y'all that? Y'all got some bad information. And the fact that the Jasmine brand never recanted what they said. What I tell y'all? I said they probably didn't want it to get leaked. They probably didn't want it to get leaked. And I did notice that there is no Latasha. There is no Latasha. What's the question, Sharice? You know, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me scroll up. Sharice, I don't see it. Dang, you must have asked it a long time ago. Hold on. Let me keep scrolling. Sharice, really, do you think Karen needs to take a season off to handle her drinking? Just a thought. That's a good question, and I'll answer it. I think the whole show needs to take a break. I said that in my quick drop that I did about Candiace. I think the whole show needs to. Normally, they start filming now. They start filming around springtime, or at least the last couple of years they've been. I really think they should take the summer off. Honestly, I think they should come back in the fall. That's what they're doing with the Real Housewives of Miami. They sort of put them on hiatus until the fall. They're going to bring in some new girls, and they're going to start filming in the fall. And I think Potomac should do the same thing. It looks like they're going to have to recast at least one, maybe two positions. We know Karen is dealing with this situation. The last thing Karen needs to do right now is to walk into filming and have to deal with this. It's still very new. It's still very fresh. And I just think they do. I think I don't think just Karen. I think the whole show needs to take a pause. I really do. You know, they need to deal with I agree, just simply they got some production issues that I think they need to deal with. So I really do. I think that I think the whole show needs to just kind of for a minute. It's March now. They can come back in August. I think that'll give Karen enough time to at least know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think that'll give some of these storylines time to breathe. Mia and her situation, which we're going to get to in a minute. Mia and her situation, Ashley and her situation, Karen, Giselle grieving her father. Like, I think everybody needs time for their storylines to breathe a little bit. That's how I feel. I'm not really sure what happens at the reunion and how things play out at the reunion, but that's just kind of where I am with the whole thing. Now, let me say this. I think Karen should have checked herself into rehab the next day. That will also help, but she has to see a judge. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to play out. Candiace wasn't asked, Xavier. Candiace quit. Now, Robin, I'm questioning. But Candiace quit. But Robin, O Street, Robin, they're saying Robin quit the show too. They're saying Robin's not coming back. Dang it, I keep dropping stuff on the floor. Hold on, y'all. I done dropped 3-4 things on the floor since I've been live. I don't know what's going on with my Butterfingers, but let me pick this stuff up off the floor. My phone keeps going off. I bet you that's the group chat. I bet you that's El Teddy's members only chat. Ah. Mm. I don't know. The Jasmine brand put it up. We just talked about it. It's on the Jasmine brand. All right. Let's get into this episode. So y'all wanted the church announcements first. There is the church announcement. Okay. Let's get into this episode. So we start this episode off again when they bringing the cameras up after the altercation. We've seen the altercation. I'm not showing it. It's all over the social media if you want to see the footage. We did talk about it. I did do a video on it when it first happened. So I'm sure it's somewhere in my archives. But I'm not going to show the footage, right? But what we remember from the footage is we saw Deborah approach Candiace. We couldn't hear the audio, so we got the audio to go with what we saw. We see Deborah approach Candiace. We see Deborah throw the drink in Candiace's face. Candiace put the bottle up like she gonna hit her. Kiki gets in the middle, and Kiki and Deborah start fighting, which they go the length of the club, go down the steps, fall down. Deborah ends up on top of Kiki. Kiki was getting the best of Deborah before they fell, child. You haven't seen the video, correct? The video's been everywhere. I wouldn't even know how to find it in my archives. I'm sure I know I did a quick drop on it, but I don't know what it's called. It might be called somewhere in that altercation. What we found out when the cameras came back up is that Kiki got hurt to the point where they said that she ended up having to get 12 stitches. She was bleeding from her head. And everybody was upset, right? Everybody was noticeably upset. Candiace was still trying to fight the woman. Candiace, you know you're not about that life. So I don't know why you was trying to get to Deborah, right? You know you're not about that life, girl. Stop it. Did y'all see Karen go into Mama Bear? Did y'all see? You could tell, did y'all see Karen go into Mama Bear? Karen was trying to come. Wendy was all upset. Karen said, I know you're mad. I know you're angry, but can we deal with her right now? We need to deal with her. Okay. We need to find out where the nearest hospital is. Like Karen was in straight Mama Bear mode. I say, yes, Karen, taking control. Taking control. Oh, you're not on Twitter. Oh, okay. Well, if I can find that, it's Tracy not in here. Tracy working. I will say this is a time where I need Tracy to send me the clip. I'll see if I can find the clip. Correct. But it was hilarious. Okay, it was hilarious. So, then Karen gonna say, well, if we're taking her to the hospital, I want to call her mom. Let her mom know what's going on. I said, call her mom. This is a grown-ass woman with kids. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying calling her mom is a bad thing, but it was just, I was cracking up. Okay. I was cracking up. Okay. So we see that Kiki ended up having to go to the hospital. Karen rode with her in the ambulance. Now, I have a few things to say about the situation. Ashley said that, she's distanced herself because the day after the fight, Deborah doubled down on what she said. And she's like, I just don't need that kind of energy. Like, it's one thing to make a mistake. It's something else to double down and to just keep doing it, blah, blah, blah. So here's what I'm going to say about this whole situation. I call bullshit, Ashley. I call bullshit. And what I mean by that is Deborah did that last season. Number one, when you realize, okay, let me go back to the beginning. either one or two things are true, right? Either number one, you were in on the lie, or number two, you were okay with the lie because you found it. Okay, correct. Either number one, you were in on the lie, or number two, you were okay with the lie because last season when Deborah was so sure that that Deborah was so sure that Chris had come on to her and Chris had lied. I mean, Chris had flirted with her or whatever. And when production proved that she was a liar, then in that moment, you should have, if you was really trying to check your friend, in that moment, you should have checked your friend and you should have immediately called Candiace and Chris and apologized. When that episode aired, you should have been the first one on the phone to call Candiace and Chris and extend your apologies and say, I am so sorry. I really believed my friend. She told me that this is what happened, and I wanted to give her an opportunity because I really felt like there was something going on, and Candiace is somebody I wanted her to know. So in that moment, you knew your friend was a freaking liar. And either you were in on the lie, or you were okay with the fact that she lied. That's number one. Number two, for you to be like, thank you, Phil, thanks, boo. For you to be like, well, I just had to take a step back from her because it's one thing to make a mistake, it's something else to double down on it. I'm sorry, Deborah doubled down all last season. Remember when she did the puppet show after Candiace called her a Muppet? Remember when she did a YouTube video or Instagram video or whatever? She doubled down all last season on that bullshit. So don't sit here and act like this is something new or this is something she didn't know nothing about or was, girl, all last season. She doubled down. So again, Ashley, I have to call bullshit. Now, I do not think that Ashley invited Deborah for her to confront Candiace. Because remember, Deborah was at Ashley's housewarming party. Now I remember, did Candiace go? I don't think Candiace was at the housewarming. Was Candiace at the housewarming at the beginning of the season? I don't remember. But neither here nor there. Deborah was at the housewarming. So I believe Ashley when she says, hey, I invited people in my real life. Okay, Candiace wasn't there. So I don't think that Ashley invited her for the setup. I do not believe that. But I do believe that you were okay with your friend and her shenanigans last season. So why did you expect anything different? Now, do I think she anticipated it? That's right. She wasn't invited. You're right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Do I think she anticipated what happened? No, I don't. But then what I found to be so interesting, that the ladies, Ashley, Robin, Giselle, everybody, well, let me say this. People were upset with Ashley for inviting her. And again, I think what wasn't being said is what I just said. Not so much why did you invite her because you could have anticipated this, but I think what we're not speaking on that what is being said is everything I just said. I know I keep repeating myself. I apologize. Is that you knew how Deborah handled things last season. Why would you put her back in this situation? You know she likes the attention. You know that she was on Twitter and Instagram and everything else. You know what I'm saying? So Ashley, yeah, I get it. That's your friend in real life, and you were just, you invited your real friends and family to the event. But again, and then for you to still be defending her after you saw the footage. Like, again, you saw the footage. You saw what happened. Here's my thing. I don't know if Candiace was over there talking about that girl or not. I don't know. I honestly don't know. And I honestly don't care. Do I think Ashley said things throughout the night? Absolutely. Absolutely, I believe. Absolutely, I believe that. But do I think that in that moment when Deborah went to confront her, she was talking about her? No, because you could hear on the clip, she said, now, what was all that you were saying on the internet? What was all that you were saying? She was speaking about stuff that Candiace has said online. So could it be that Candiace was saying some things in that moment too? Yeah, sure. But that does not give her the right to get up out of her seat to walk over to where Candiace was sitting having a conversation and say anything to her. So I don't really give a damn what Deborah said that Candiace was saying about her. I don't care if she called her a hoe, the cockroach, and all these other things that you're saying she said about her. She didn't have no reason to be over there. Candiace was having a conversation with people that didn't have nothing to do with her. They weren't even on the same side of the room. If she has, my thing is, if I have to get up and walk over to the conversation, then that conversation don't concern me. And what those people are saying don't have nothing to do with me. And if Candiace was over there talking ish, Candiace has every right to talk her ish. Because you lied on her husband. And had the producers not had that footage, that storyline could have went way left. Had the producers not had that footage of you lying on that man. Right. Sharice said, how can you hear anything in the club with the music super loud, right? Ashley just wanted to defend her friend. She knows Deborah was wrong. I guess. But didn't Wendy and Candiace just a few episodes walk up to Giselle? Yeah, but they were doing their job. If you think for 1 second that production did not tell them to go over there, they were doing their job. And even if production didn't tell them, which I believe production probably said, y'all need to get over there. Even if production didn't, they were doing their job. Ain't nobody asked the board to do shit. And they didn't walk over there ready to fight. They were like, so what y'all talking about? And then once they found out what the conversation was, then there was the disagreement about it. But again, they were doing their job. So I found it interesting, though, that Ashley tried to put it on Candiace. Is like, I mean, Candiace, this is the second time. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, you might need to reflect on that. Oh, but I ain't even gonna go. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. And then my thing actually is, even when Deborah gave you her version of the story, she admitted that she assaulted Ashley first. I mean, that she assaulted Candiace first, because throwing a drink in Candiace's face is assault. Now, I mean, are you going to jail for it? No, but you drew first blood. You started it. You started it when you walked up in her personal space, confronting her. But you definitely started it when you threw a drink on her. Talking about something, I just had a little bit of drink left in my cup and I just threw it on her. Like, that's okay. Ma'am, that's not okay. That's not okay. That you threw a drink on that woman. So then in the next scene, we see all the ladies go to the Monarch event where their pictures are revealed. Can I say that Candiace and Wendy ate that? Candiace and Wendy ate their pictures. Can I say that? Candiace and Wendy ate. I don't even remember seeing Giselle's picture, so I can't say what Giselle did or didn't do, but I know her out there trying to dance, and we know first of all, we know Giselle can't dance. She do that same fucking move every time. Giselle do that same and then she kind of squats a little and does it in a squat. That is all Giselle has. And I girl, that's all Giselle got. I wonder if Giselle could step. Like, she pledged undergrad. She had a whole probate. I wonder if Giselle could step. I would love to see a step show with Giselle in it. Because Karen's picture was beautiful. I didn't get Lena Horne, but I got retro. I definitely got retro. Okay? I definitely got retro. I think that I do agree that Ashley had better pictures than the one that was chosen, whoever chose it. I did get who was she? She wasn't Josephine Baker. She was damn. The woman who played Carmen. Damn it, why I can't get it? Ugh. Send it to me. Just simply Dorothy Dandridge. Thank you. Oh, thank y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. Y'all know I be having these brain farts. Thank you so much. I might need to start taking some euthanasia or something. My memory is just, you would think I smoked the weed or something. Did you who just told me it's some Portia and Simon news? Send it to me. Send it, somebody send it to my Instagram, child. We having a whole situation. Okay, hold on. The Peach Report. Oh, so thank you, Boo, that sent me the fight. Okay. Hold on. Let me go over to the blogs real quick. Child, I tell you, it's always something. Ooh, this has been a day. Was it on the neighborhood talk? Let's see what's going on. It's usually, let me start. I usually start with the neighborhood talk. Let me see. Y'all, somebody send it to me, please, because I don't see it. I'm on page 6. Oh Lord, page 6. All right, we'll have to come back. We got to do the before we get out of here. We'll do it, but let me pull it up now. Hold on, let me pull it up. Oh, honey. Oh. Oh, we might have to do a separate video on this one. That looked like a whole situation. Thank you, boo. We might need to come back. Oh my gosh. Okay. Woo. I just saw the headline and was like, oh my goodness. Well, we might have to come back. We might need to come back, y'all. She's Monini. I might need to just change the title of this review altogether. Whoo. Don't scare me like that. Y'all listen. I'm just gonna y'all want me to I'm just gonna read y'all the headline, but we ain't gonna talk about it right now. I gotta stay focused, okay? Simon Gobadia claims Portia Williams brought a gunman to their marital home. We gotta get into that, baby. That's a whole nother conversation, honey. We gotta get into that. Okay. So I don't even know where I left off. Oh, we're at the Monarch thing. So I think, like I said, I did see Dorothy Dandridge. I'm not gonna lie. I did see Dorothy Dandridge, but I just think the picture they chose was not a great picture. Okay. Robin, Robin looked the same to me. Like, we've seen Robin with blonde hair before. I didn't see any effort to make her look like Mariah Carey. Now, did she look nice? She did. It was a beautiful picture of her. But did I see Mariah Carey? No. No. But I definitely saw Diana. I definitely do. Listen, Wendy ate Shirley Ralph. Wendy ate Shirley Ralph. Okay. She definitely gave me Shirley Ralph teas. Anyway, so all the ladies show up one by one. Why should we show up in a boot with a stiletto heel? Listen. Now, Cherie showed up in the booth saying that she heard her foot down to the altercation. Ladies, and this is not just going to Sharice, because she's not the first person I've seen do this. Ladies, do y'all know how stupid y'all look with a boot on and a stiletto heel? Now, maybe somebody don't think it look cute. I mean, thinks it looks cute. I think it looks stupid. Because if your foot is hurt to the point where you have a boot on it, the last thing you need to be doing is putting unneeded pressure on your other leg. Do y'all know how much stilettos, do y'all know how badly we got ourselves up in these damn heels? And we have all done it. We do it for love, we do it for fashion, we do it for whatever. But do you understand how dumb that looks? You are walking around with a stiletto heel on one foot and a boot on the other one. That's just stupid. I mean, that's just dumb. Anyway. And if you did hurt your foot in that fight, I hope you send a bill to production. Moving on. So, Kern did what Kern does, child. She called all the ladies together to have a kumbaya. They checked on, we found out that Giselle's dad was not doing well, but she feels really happy about the people who have checked on her. Really be when you're old, you will sprain or break anything with any wrong move. Well, she said she already had a bad foot. She's broken it before. She felt like she just re-injured it. I will say this. The one thing I will appreciate from this season is Giselle and Robin. I mean, it's Giselle and Karen. And I've been telling y'all for years, and y'all didn't listen to me. Y'all didn't believe me. Y'all didn't like it. But I've been telling y'all for years that Karen and Giselle relationship is a relationship we will never understand, no matter how hard they throw the shade. And that's why when Karen realized she went too far, what was that, 2 seasons ago, when she was about to go there for real, and really start telling Karen Giselle's business, she reeled it back. And remember when people kept asking her, well, what did that mean to go to Sing Sing? And she was like, oh, I was just saying anything. Oh, I was just throwing anything out. No, you weren't. You knew exactly what you were saying. But you realized you were going too far. You realized you were crossing a line that you couldn't come back from. And you caught yourself and you reeled yourself back in. You caught yourself and you reeled yourself back in. I'm working and you off. It's not fair. Ciao. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you how this conversation went. I'm going to tell you exactly how the conversation went. Somebody said, I wonder how Karen and Giselle's bond is now, especially with the DUI. Here's how the conversation went. Ring, ring, ring. Karen looked at the phone. She saw it was Giselle. She put the phone down. Giselle called, ring, ring, ring. She saw it was Giselle. She put that phone down. Giselle sent her a text and said, girl, answer the phone. I'm calling to check on you. Make sure you good. Giselle called again. Karen picked up the phone. Yes, Giselle. This is Giselle. How you doing, girl? Karen said, well, it's just something, we just got to run with it. We got to, Karen did her Karen thing. Giselle said to Karen, girl, I just want to make sure, let me change ears so y'all know who I'm talking about. So this the Giselle ear. Girl, I had to check on you. I had to make sure you okay. Karen said, I know, girl, I appreciate you. I really appreciate you calling and checking on me. But this what Giselle said back. But I'm going to have to drag you, right? That's how that conversation went. She called and checked on Giselle. But she told Giselle after she said, but I'm going to have to drag you, right? That's the way love goes. Hey, that's the way love goes. Listen, Karen and Giselle understand the assignment. I think it took them a couple of years to get it. I do. I think it took them a couple of years to get it, but they understand the assignment. They understand the assignment. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there may even be a scene where they film where Giselle goes over to Karen's house. They may even film together. You understand what I'm saying? Especially with Robin being gone. With Robin being gone, I see Karen and Giselle building on their friendship this season. Anyway, moving forward. So next, we get the whole, like, this was supposed to be the conclusion, right? We get the whole what everybody's doing after the show, blah, 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 right? Then we get Mia lying motherfucking Thornton. Can I tell y'all that last night? Okay. Baby, when I tell you last night my phone blew up. Busy called me. Now, y'all know I was trying to watch. He called me. I was trying to watch Martha's Vineyard so I could be ready to do my live, right? I'm taking my notes and everything. Busy called me on FaceTime. I said, so I declined the call. I said, I'm going to call him back. I'm trying to finish up this episode. Baby Busy called me right back. I said, what is he calling me for? So I declined it again, but I sent him a text. I said, hey, what's up? He ain't answer. He called me right back. So now I'm thinking something is wrong because, you know, Busy doesn't live that far from me. I'm like, maybe he just got into an accident, but he's close to me. He can't get his boyfriend on the phone. I'm sorry, fiance on the phone. I'm really worried now, right? I'm like, what is wrong? I'm like, I'm really thinking something's going on. I'm like, maybe something happened. You know, Busy has had some ups and downs the last couple of months. He's told his people about it. I was like, what is going on? So I called Busy back, right? I said, what is going on? What's wrong? Busy mad about me. Yeah, Busy was hot last night. Busy was hot last night. Do you hear me? Busy ass was heated. Hey, boo. There he go right there. Look at him. And look, then he got mad at me. I said, Busy, I haven't watched the episode yet. Oh my God. Oh my God. What do you mean you haven't watched it yet? I said, Busy, I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to do a members only after this. I got to let y'all know what was going on. I had a crazy day yesterday. Threw my whole day off. But thank God things came out. It could have been worse. But anyway, I left my house yesterday. I woke up at 8 o'clock yesterday morning. I left my house at like 9 o'clock. I didn't get back home until 7. Okay. Literally, I got home long enough to give me something to eat and then go live to do my Love and Marriage DC review. Watch Martha's Vineyard, do my Martha's Vineyard review, and then I watched Potomac. But by the time I got done watching Potomac, it was late. I started to text you, Busy, but I didn't want to text you. I figured I didn't know what time you went to bed. Y'all, Mia lying mother effing Thornton. Y'all, I felt like Biggie. I felt like Biggie Smalls. It was all a dream. Y'all, everything that Mia and Gordon have been selling us for the past 3 seasons has been a lie. It has been a lie. All of it. Now, I knew Mia was a liar. But I did not know Mia had lied about everything. Y'all, in them last 10 minutes of this episode, we learned more about Mia and Gordon's marriage than we have learned about Juan and Robin in the last 8 years. Hold on. I'll be right back. Sorry, y'all. Sorry about that. Been drinking too much coffee. Now, let me unpack this last 10 minutes of this episode. So first of all, we found out that Mia got separated from Gordon. Mia and Gordon, I guess technically are not living together right now. Gordon is going back and forth between Charlotte, where he has a home in Charlotte, and Virginia. We see Mia and Gordon clearly tension, not speaking. Mia talking about something. Well, how much longer are you going to be here? Baby Gordon said, you asked me to come up here because you needed me to watch the kids. I can leave tomorrow. He was like, you asked, he said, I was planning to be here for another week or so. But baby, you asked me to come up here because you needed a babysitter. Because you said you had things to do. Well, not a babysitter because those are your kids. So, well, we're going to get to that part too. They might not be your kids. But so then she talking about something. Well, I'm sleeping in the, she's sleeping in the son's room. I guess giving Gordon the master suite or whatever. So they clearly were having this argument for the sake of the cameras, right? But Gordon said, oh, I'm about to put it all out. If we want to do it, we got to do it. If we want to do it, we about to do it, baby. Gordon said, Mia, you've been cheating on me the whole marriage. I knew you was cheating on me before we even got married. I knew you had your affairs. He said, I told you after I had my prostate cancer and, I couldn't pleasure you. I told you, do what you need to do. But it's two things I'm asking you not to do. Number one, don't embarrass me. Be discreet. And don't bring my kids into it. He said, you did both. I said, then Mia talking about, he said, you got my kids calling this man, they taking them over this man's house. He said, don't bring my kids into this, Mia. So she said, well, Gordon got mad when the trailer came out when when she had asked Ashley, did you marry Michael for his money? And Ashley said, well, did you marry Gordon for his? And she said, maybe. She was like, well, that's what made Gordon mad. Well, what people don't realize is the last 3 years, the money ain't even been here like that. Like I've been carrying everything. I've had to transfer money to him just to eat. Girl, first of all, see, that's the shit I hate. That's the shit that I hate. Because number one, first of all, I don't believe that I don't believe that for the last 3 years you have been taking care of Gordon. I believe that when you started making your Real Housewives of Potomac little paycheck, I believe that you started maybe contributing or maybe feeling like something. Now, I do think that the last year or so since he got kicked out of the company, yeah, y'all money been funny and y'all probably have been living off of your salary. But you lived off of him for 10 years. You lived off of that man for 10 years. I don't believe that for the last 7 years, Mia has been carrying that family. I don't believe it. I believe that he gave you a bullshit job with a bullshit title and you made a salary. Yeah, I believe that. That's part of the reason why him and his family fell out now. Because he gave you that old bull hockey job. Then she said, well, I don't agree with this lawsuit with your family. I don't like it. I think you need to settle it. Yeah, you need to settle it because you want him to get his job back or get some sort of a settlement so y'all can go back to living the way y'all was living. Mia talking about something. For people to think that I left him because of money, that's just not true. That's not fair. Bitch, that's exactly why you did it. Because you've been cheating on him if you've been cheating on him all this time, which we got to believe, because what's the last thing we found out? Gordon don't even believe that baby, that their son is his. And Mia confirmed it because she said when she got pregnant, she told him, I don't know if it's yours or not. Now, number one, I hope y'all have already had this conversation with that child and he knows this. Even though that child don't look old enough to understand it, but because we're not talking about her oldest son. We're talking because her oldest son, they know that Gordon's not the father. We're talking about the son of her two younger kids. So number one, y'all done put all of that out there for him to either find out later or for him to know now. Number two, I'm side-eyeing the fuck out of you, Gordon. Because what does Mia have between her legs that would allow you to stay in this situation? There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell that woman should have been able to come to you and say, I am pregnant. Don't know if you're the daddy. Now, the boyfriend that Mia's with now is her high school sweetheart. It is Monk Nitwit. It's Monk. That's her high school sweetheart. That basically she been with him off and on for the last 10 years since she been with Gordon. She was messing with him when she got with Gordon. He believes that the son is his. This is some crazy Tubi movie bullshit. And what I hate is that Mia has been rewarded for this bullshit. Is this how Mia got first seat? Is this how Mia is in the first chair at the reunion? By throwing her whole family under the bus, exposing. Because listen, Mia, for somebody like me, this ain't a good look because you look like a ho-ho. I don't have no respect for this. No respect for none of this. I don't have respect for y'all putting y'all business out like this. I don't have respect for the fact that you was out here cheating on this man like that. I don't care if he gave you permission or not. I don't have no respect for you coming home pregnant, not knowing who the damn daddy is. And then you throw Gordon under the bus. Well, I've been carrying us financially and I've been doing this and I've been doing that. Right. And Gordon still wants her. He sure does. He sure does. Do I think it's all a lie? No, I don't. I don't think it's a lie. I think for once they're telling us the truth. I think everything leading up to this has been a lie. I think Mia's whole facade has been a lie. But no, this I think is true. One, I do know for certain that is her high school sweetheart. And I know that they are very much together now. That I know. Um, I mean, I think all of us have felt like she married Gordon for the money. Like, I think all of us felt like, do y'all really think Mia was with Gordon all of these years because he was a great conversationalist? Bye. This all proves that Wendy spilled the tea last season down to the Miami. What did Wendy say? Just simply, I don't even remember. Shoot, what did she say? I don't remember what she said now. But yeah, refresh my memory, please. But here's what's gonna and she said that she ready to get divorced. She said this man been waiting on her. That's why he never married nobody else, waiting on Wendy to divorce. Waiting on her to divorce um, Gordon all these years. So I listen. I'm side eyeing this dude. I'm side eyeing Wendy, and I'm side eyeing Gordon. Yeah, Gordon definitely. Listen, Gordon was okay with it because Gordon was sleeping with other people. But see, Gordon followed the rules more. Mia didn't. Gordon followed the rules. He didn't bring his kids into it, and he probably was very discreet about it. Mm. It makes me think the whole thing with Jacqueline might have been fake. It was fake. I didn't believe none of that last year. First of all, we know they lied about the car. We know that was proven to be a lie about the whole car. Yeah, the Jacqueline story, I never believed it. And like I said, I know that the car story was a lie. That I knew. I knew that was a lie. Because remember, her sister came down here. Remember, Tita came down here and told us the deal with the car. So that was the episode, child. Um, I really don't. What I find interesting is I really question whether this relationship is going to really work. You know how you want something for so long, you fantasize about it, you think it's almost like being in a long distance relationship where you guys only share the good times, right? Because if I'm flying to Atlanta to see you for the weekend, right? If I'm flying to the Atlanta to see you for the weekend, we only gonna have good times. We ain't gonna have a whole lot of arguments because we know we only see each other for 3 days. So if you do something that irritates me, I'm gonna sweep it under the rug. If I do something that irritates him, he gonna sweep it under the rug because we really don't want to mess up our time together, right? Unless something really egregious happens, oh my gosh. The air conditioning is too cold. I'm cold, but that's all right. I'll just put on a sweatshirt. I'll put on one of his sweatshirts. That's cute, right? But then when somebody, you move in together and you make it official. Now, all those little things that you let slide, all those little things that it's okay. It's all right. Now it's like front row center. And now you get on each other's nerves. So they've been involved in this affair all these years. They've been sharing the good times. But now that you with me all day, every day, and there's a part of me that feels like he's a little thirsty too. Because as you see what Mia was like when the producers called him by his legal name, and Mia was like, don't call him that. Call him Ink. He said that's the one thing he just don't want you to mess up his brand. Okay. Yeah, I know they used to live together, but that was before they are who they are today. They're not the same people today. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how this whole thing goes down, honey. We will see how it goes down. Now listen. That scene was shown in the mid-season trailer. What scene? What scene? Just simply what I missed. Oh, with Wendy. You talking about what Xavier said with Wendy? All right, hold on. Let me get this timestamp. I'm gonna try something, y'all. I'm gonna try something new. The timestamp is 1 hour and 1 minute. So let's get into this Portia Williams news, okay? Rather than me start a whole nother live. Okay, let's get into this Portia Williams news, honey. Whew. According to page 6, let's read through this article. Now, we all know that Portia and Simon are involved in this divorce. There's a part of me that feels like this is all for the show, but then there's a part of me that's like, oh, that's doing a lot of it's not real. Okay. So I'm sort of 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. We're going to see how it plays out. But let's get into this. Simon Gobadia claims that Portia Williams brought gunmen to the marital home. Police were called to the scene. Simon Gobadia fired back at estranged wife Portia Williams' divorce filing, claiming in new court documents that the Real Housewives of Atlanta star brought an armed gunman to their marital home. In the documents obtained by page 6 Monday, Gobadia alleges that reality star abandoned their house at one point, only to return with a man visibly bearing a gun for reasons unknown. The entrepreneur claims that Williams brought a man on 2 occasions. Child. See, next thing you know, Simon gonna drop the footage. Remember when Simon dropped that footage of old boy creeping on Fallon when Simon was out of town? Remember he dropped the Ring camera footage, baby. Portia, what you got? Y'all, this don't even make no sense. Why would Portia bring up? Why would Portia? I mean, does she feel like she needed security? It is a very serious accusation. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why would Portia? I'm confused. Exactly, Xavier. Portia bringing security with her that is armed is different, but he wanted it to sound like that. He wanted it to sound sinister or whatever. Oh, she brought a gunman to the house. He wanted it to come out like that. Anyway, y'all, that is that. I'm gonna at some point today we're gonna have a members only live. I'm going to try to watch the Freaknik documentary so we can do that tomorrow. We can do Freaknik tomorrow. Tonight is the Whether You Like It or Not panel, of course. So we will see. We will see. We will see. All right. I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for hanging out with a sister on the first day of spring break, honey. It's popping off all over the place. Pop, 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 pop. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace.